Politics as usual, life looking beautiful. Talking real heavy, more heavy than the usual. Shook the whole world up, and type of motion new to you. To us it's a throwback, losing we don't know that. Only give them our facts, that's exact what y'all lack. Always show the people love, so they show us love back. Yeah. And Ben Worthy like 42 on
the Lakers jersey. And once again it's on, You are now rocking with the best. We are the Politics as Usual podcast, where we're covering everything NBA related and, of course, some sneaker talk. And we're glad to be here. Glad you're subscribing on YouTube, checking us out on Facebook and on Instagram. I got my man, Pots and Pans, the one and only Coach Carter with him. Look how he gripping up that young bull in the gym. We got Coach Carter here with us today. What's up, man?
What's up, Jack?
It's been a week, Jack.
Rashad today. Rashad, respect.
Respect, blessings. Ja. Yes, sir.
Out there in Jamaica for a few days, brother. You come back as Rashad Marley. I like it,
man. My hair is so long, I got it tied up in a bun like my name is D'Angelo Russell.
Just don't cry, brother. Just don't cry. Yeah. We missed last week, but we got a lot about this week, brother.
Man, listen, it don't stop. As you say, it writes itself. What do we got going on tonight?
Rapid fire tonight. We're gonna jump right in, Jack. In the words of Rashad Marley, do not take advice from Doc Rivers.
He will talk you right out of your job.
How did he weasel his way into this job, Jack?
Yo, first of all, he got a sweet gig with ESPN. Yo,
right.
He's calling the game. He going up to the so they said he was consulting. I said, "Oh, they've been working on this allegedly." But no, if y'all don't know by now,
how do they fire a coach when he has the second best record in the Eastern Conference? I've never seen that, Jack.
43 games into the season. They were saying it's way different than Blatt at the Cavaliers. They let him finish the season. He had a season and a half. But yeah. Adrian for the Bucks, if y'all don't know, this is crazy because he didn't. It's funny. They probably gonna trade somebody, bring in somebody else that'll help him, and Doc will look like a genius. He didn't get time to develop, find his voice. You know, they may have problems. You know, that happens with younger coaches.
Right.
They got rid of him.
Did you hear the rumor, Jack?
Tell me what you heard.
The rumor is that he stepped on Giannis's brother's shoe, and Giannis wasn't happy. He scuffed his Nikes, Jack.
You know, he
had to get him out of there.
yo, the one joint I see the picture of him, he was doing this when Dame hit that three. He was on silent. I said, y'all just got to go get him under control.
He just does everything wrong. I've never seen a player that has so many highlights for doing the wrong thing.
How much clout does Giannis have to have his brother, who just happens to be tall, on a team?
Man, listen, taking up space.
A roster spot.
Listen, and on a championship contending team, that could be a player, Jack.
Unbelievable, man. But this Adrian Griffin getting the axe. I remember ESPN, Doc was giving him advice. And Doc was probably like, hey, yeah, this is what you do. Don't run that pick and roll with Dame and Giannis. So he wasn't doing it, got himself fired. And now the Bucks paying 3 coaches, and 2 of them don't work for him no more.
That's unbelievable, Jack. Listen, like I said before the show started, if I was Doc Rivers, I would hire Adrian Griffin as my assistant. Put Adrian Griffin right back where he belongs.
He'd be looking at the players like this. With a right back on the squad, yo. I wonder if Doc tried to get the whole band and get where Sam Cassell at.
Right.
Oh, like, yo. But one thing, Doc Rivers knows how to land. Oh, just when you think it's over. When they got rid of him in Boston, dog, he found that he had the Clipper, Chris Paul, Jamal Crawford, and Blake Griffin. When that got messed up, he landed in Philly the next day with Embiid and Simmons. Later on, Harden, he's calling games last week. Now he gets to coach Dame, Lillard, and Giannis.
You talk about a coach that has coached some Hall of Famers, some great players, Jack. But you mentioned the Sixers, Jack, and you have that beautiful jacket on, by the way. That is a beautiful jacket. This whole thing. You mentioned the Sixers. Let's move on and talk about the process. The legend, Jack, gave him a 70-piece.
Here's what's funny. We missed last week. We thought we were just going to talk about him killing Joker all night long.
And me and my boys went to that game, and that game was incredible.
How was it to watch that live?
Listen, before the game started, we couldn't tell if the Joker was going to play. And he didn't come out until right when they, ran out the tunnel. The Joker did. So it was an exciting atmosphere, man, when Joker came out, and you see from the start that Embiid had his sights on having a big game, man, and I was glad he did.
Ooh, then, man, he's going to play him again this Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
But, man, when he did the young Wemby.
And Wemby had a good game, Jack. He had, 30-something? He had a great game.
Here's what's funny. You think you got a good game, and you put up 30. The other dude on the team got 70. Oh, my God. Matter of fact, we was out eating coming back, and I thought I was dreaming. We was at the Brazilian steakhouse, and you eat all that beef, and you start getting delusional. So I'm looking at my phone. I'm like, no way. That I know I ain't read that. I'm dreaming of something. I get up in the morning and look at those highlights. I couldn't believe it. Listen, that dude put up. It's an easy 70.
Easy 70. I think it's really safe to say that he's the runaway for the MVP, and he might be the best offensive talent that we have in the league right now, man. I mean, he's a guard in a 7-footer's body.
He's like a 6'11", 7-foot Kobe.
Yeah.
On that mid-range at that free, when he get at the free throw, it's over.
You know how we always talk about people with mid-range game, like the best mid-range players of all time. Yes. We mentioned Rip. We mentioned Reggie Miller. We mentioned all those players. AI is another person that should be on that mid-range.
Underrated.
Very underrated. Me and Duber were talking about that recently. Very underrated. Yes. But you can add Joel Embiid to that list. Mid-range, he's almost automatic, Jack.
Don't miss free throws. Yo, he is special, man.
And what made it even more special was the fact that he did it on the 18th year anniversary of Kobe in 81, Jack.
Here's what's funny, the complete opposite of what happened with Karl Towns. He had like 64.
Yeah.
Yo, he was sitting, they sat him on, he had 44 at halftime. He probably was the closest ever to on the 100 track. I don't think Kobe had that much at halftime. I think he got more later when he had 80. But yo, the coach was mad at everybody.
Right.
Yo, it was crazy.
Yeah, and that was a crazy night, Jack. You figure, how often do you see two franchises have, a record be broken like that? You figure Joel Embiid broke Wilt's record. 70 points and 17, 18 rebounds?
Yeah, man. How you going?
That's something that Wilt didn't even do.
That's a crazy stat line, man. And like Giannis had a big game. Luka had a big. They only had 37 and 35 in the triple double. He put up a 70-piece.
Right. The scoring is up this year, Jack.
Crazy,
I was looking at the points per game leaders before we started. This is the first time that I think in a long time that we have like 5 players above 30 points per game.
5
players? That's a lot of players, Jack.
With Embiid leading them.
With Embiid leading them at, I think it was like 35, almost 36 points a game, Jack. Like,
you probably went up a percentage point or two after that 70. And that's a crazy number. 35?
Yeah.
Him, if he keeps that up, I think Harden got up there. Jordan got up there.
Yeah. Right. I think, and we talked about Harden recently, like a couple of episodes ago when he had that season, what was it, 2018, where he scored 35, scoring out of his mind.
35 points a game.
Yeah. Oh, and it's crazy. Durant is 5th in the league in scoring right now at 29. Imagine that.
You know how many times people won scoring titles with 27, 28? He's number 5.
Right. He's number 5, Jack. So it's Joel Embiid, Luka, Giannis, SGA, and Durant is the top 5 scorer. How many? What'd you say?
Yeah. I mean, Giannis.
You say SGA? Oh, Giannis is 31.2. Luka is 33.6. SGA is 31.1. Putting up buckets, Jack. And you don't even look at SGA as really being a scorer like that. Like, I mean, that's so not
quiet. You just look up. You look up 35.
And Luka is Luka. And I don't think I realized that he was second in the NBA in scoring. I don't think I was realizing that. I knew he was having a good season, but it's crazy if you're averaging 33, almost 34 points per game. He's in the MVP conversation, but it's almost like Embiid has in the last month or so. He's run away.
Because you're right. The last month he's been putting up those 30 and 10. He really had like 16 games of 30 and 10.
Yeah,
that's crazy. And speaking of Luka, we don't know when y'all gonna watch this. We're watching when the Mavs is playing the Suns. He might get them 50 tonight.
Yeah, and that's a big game because
that's the first
time
one,
Luka plays against Devin Booker's team, he gets a little twinkle in his eyes. That's his son.
He owns them boys, man. Yeah, man.
Devin Booker hates Luka Doncic.
You can't. Here's why he can't stand him, because he's so good.
He's so good.
He's slow. He
doesn't jump high.
He got nothing.
And he's just better than everybody else.
That gotta get on your nerves. But shout out to Embiid, man. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, man. So like we said, man, a lot of crazy scoring. You had the game with Cat, though. Let's talk about that game with Cat, though. To have 44 at halftime, I said, man, he's going to have a bigger game than Embiid. I thought we would have got 270, maybe 80 pieces. I thought that somebody was going to go after Kobe's record. And of all years, with the way that the scoring is going, I thought this would have been the perfect time. Man, did you hear what they interviewed after the game? They interviewed Ant-Man. He said, man, listen, be honest with you, we was just trying to get Cat 100 points.
I said it.
Like you can go for it, but you don't say that out loud.
You can't say it.
You don't say that out loud.
He says anything.
He says anything.
No, the coach is like, coach, that practice the next day they had practice, dog. Oh my God.
Suicides. If this was Cookie's team, they'd be running suicides, Jack.
Buddy, all day long. And he only had 4 points in the fourth quarter, and he was sitting.
Yeah, well, I think a lot of it was he was taking a lot of bad shots in the fourth quarter. I was watching it.
Some of them shots was crazy. He looked gassed.
Yeah, he was clearly just trying to score, but wasn't worried about winning the game at all. And that's the thing about that's the thing about Minnesota that kind of scares me. Like, they have a good team, and they have a nice record, but everybody's kind of out there for themselves. Love Ant-Man, but Ant-Man's out there trying to put on the show.
Great observation, man. And you know what? And I heard one of the commentators say this doesn't happen if Mike Conley is there.
Right.
Gotta have an adult there. Somebody you got a real Ant-Man in. I think they're a year away.
Right.
From being.
Hey, listen, Jack. So last week when we didn't get to go on, it was a lot of stuff going on last week.
Yes.
So we gonna keep the party going a little bit because I think we may have a special clip that we want to show. So let's move on and let's talk about the Miami Heat, Jack. Let's see what the clip is.
Shaq watching this game as the president watching it proudly. The big man proudly. Love you, Rashad Grove. Waiting on say hi, brother. You're still waiting on that. You know I can lose somebody.
How does it feel to have Shaq say your name, brother?
That was crazy, man. That was unbelievable, man. Y'all got me with that one. I was like, yo, did he just say I know, I've been stressing them for years to get on there, so they've been putting my stuff up. But when he said that, I was like, yo.
And we have to. We would be remiss to not mention that he said, and shout out to your wife, the lovely Briz. So shout out to you too, Briz. Like that was incredible, though. That was dope.
I ran upstairs. I told the girl, like, yo, look at this one. It's all you. I was like, no, you gotta see this one.
Like he said her name. And it's funny. I went to the Coastal game the other day, and I was talking to Tootie. He said, "Yeah, man, I was watching the game, man. I saw Shaq say Rashad's name, man."
Yo, people hit me up. Joe Lewis hit me up on LinkedIn. Said you must be doing something right.
Doing something right.
Said you must be doing something right. And Shaq said your name.
Yeah,
so
that's dope,
gonna be
Jack.
my shout out. Shout out to you, Shaq.
That's dope, Jack.
Yes,
That
sir.
is dope. So shout out to the Briz for having that clip. But let's talk about the Miami Heat, Jack. A lot going on in Miami, man. Wade getting a statue and Haslem getting his jersey in the rafters.
Paul
a lot
Pierce
going on in Miami.
Paul Pierce hating it. Yo, Paul Pierce, he can't. Yo, he's like Skip Bayless.
Listen, he said that one was given, bro. That one was given.
He couldn't wait.
Did you see Haslem's response?
Didn't he say about the because you're in a grocery store or something?
Nah, he said, I'm gonna let you have it because my first thought was to choose violence.
And Haslem looked like the type.
I believe it from Haslem.
Man, listen.
I believe it from Haslem.
I see him walking across the street. I'm staying across the street.
You're right.
You got the right one with him. I know. Right. I know he was serious because remember when Spoelstra was getting into it with Jimmy Butler, and Haslem jumped in it, and everybody was like, "Okay, we're sorry." That's like, man. Yeah, he's serious. Yeah.
Haslem is a real deal. But I mean, right.
But yeah, the way you get that statue.
Yeah, that's for Wade. It's well deserved.
And to see Pat Riley make that right, man, is important. You know, because I couldn't believe they let him not retire there.
Yeah, and I think Pat Riley saw the error in his ways, and I think I mean, Paul Pierce has a little bit of a point if we're going to be honest about that being given about Haslem, but I think with retiring, he ain't gonna say it. But I think retiring Haslem's jersey is another way of also trying to do right by the guys that, man, those guys got you 3 championships. Haslem just got hired for player development, I believe. Yes. That's a new role that he has with the Miami Heat. So he breeds the Heat culture. So I'm with you on. I think Pat Riley's trying to do right by, based off his past mistakes.
Yeah, man. Because I was looking at Haslem. What do you got, about 21 years with that organization?
20 or 21, yeah.
Man. And he and it's funny though, when I think of the Heat, I think of him.
Right.
I think of Wade and him.
Yeah, as much as you think about Wade, you think about Haslem.
Yeah, man. He's part of that whole Riley run, man. And he deserves, certain times, he's not a Hall of Fame player. No. Sometimes you have special players in your franchise.
Right.
And you gotta do that. You gotta do that.
Right. Yeah, man. So shout out to Dwayne Wade, man. I believe that is coming. When did I see that statue is coming? That is coming later on in 2024, Jack. That statue will be out there in Wade County. So shout out to Dwayne Wade, Jack.
Yeah.
So let's move on, Jack. We had a lot going on last week. A really, really, really big trade, Jack. Really big trade. Pascal Siakam getting traded, Jack. Pascal Siakam. What did you think of that trade, Jack?
Great trade. Oh, whoever got him was going to have a major upgrade. I was hoping the Heat wouldn't get him. Heat, Knicks, those top tier teams in the East, right? Because he's a problem for the Sixers,
right?
That Sixers kind of wing player is a problem for the Sixers.
So. What they call him, Toby, as they call him, and I hate that nickname for Tobias.
I did not know that.
We get all the Sixers game. The commentators call him Toby. I hate it every time they say it. But Tobias is playing better, man.
Oh, I think that's rough.
Siakam would have been incredible in that Sixers jersey.
Man,
that would have been incredible.
Two brothers from the Cameroon on the same team, and I was hoping the Warriors didn't get him. I said the Warriors
Right.
because he's that piece. Man, you can go to the championship with him. People forget because they don't get to see the Raptors a lot, and they often forget he was the second best player when Kawhi was up there. He was young.
Right.
So that's the
And he's only about I think I saw he's only about 28 or 29. He's still got some years left in the tank, man. And for Indiana, for Indiana, they traded Bruce Brown. I think they probably wish they could have kept Bruce Brown, man. He was he was a key piece on that Denver team last year. So they probably wish they could have kept him. I'll be interested to see if Toronto keeps him around.
And keep your eyes on him. For that buyout market, that who always wanted him since he was with the Denver is the Lakers. They didn't have the money in the offseason to get him. But man,
anybody would be a nice fit for the Lakers. Anybody would be a good fit for the Lakers, Jack.
but he got traded. Terry Rozier, that's the one.
That is an incredible trade. I
couldn't believe that they got him for that.
And listen, and I saw before the trade got announced that I guess Kyle Lowry, you know how much I love Kyle Lowry's game. Love his game. Love everything about
falling all over the place.
Love Kyle Lowry's game. But I guess he he deleted all of his Miami stuff.
Oh, no, he knew.
And he unfollowed the team. That is the most petty thing that these players do when they know they get the trade. I'm unfollowing you. That is crazy. Jack.
Yeah, they made up and made out for Rozier because he's been playing on that bad team. And I remember him a couple years ago. Remember when he played for Boston and Kyrie
was good,
hurt, and they went right to I was like, that dude Rozier. So when I saw him go there, I said, damn, Sixers. Listen, Sixers got to make it. I think Sixers got to make a move now.
Yeah, and you figure for Terry Rozier, they didn't give up much. They gave up Kyle Lowry and one first-round draft pick in 2027.
I know people who saw that was
that's not bad.
We could have got Rozier for that, and they made a great point. I believe it was Mike Wilbon on ESPN. He said they really made out better because they didn't give up any picks. They didn't give up Tyler Hero what they would have had to give for Dame Lillard.
Right.
So they got their whole team, and they got Rozier 22, 23 points a game.
But the only
Jimmy in the backcourt.
Only difference that I see between Kyle Lowry and Terry Rozier is Kyle Lowry, as much as we joke about him, is a true point guard, though.
Yes.
And he can run a team. So it's going to be interesting to see if Terry can do that for the Miami Heat what Kyle Lowry did, because when Kyle Lowry was healthy, he was the perfect fit for that team. But, slightly, getting older, injuries. But it'll be interesting to see if how Terry looks in that system.
Kyle Lowry know where all the good eating spots is in Philly.
Right.
All of them. Him, Andy Reid. I'm going to put a list together. Players and coaches who know all the best restaurants in Philly. Well, listen, because we know who know all the spots in New Orleans. That's a one-man list.
Giannis said, "You're going to ask me what I want for Thanksgiving, and no matter what I say, it's going to go viral."
No matter what I say, it's going to go viral.
Man likes to eat.
Oh, my God.
Likes to eat. Let's move on, Jack. So let's talk about the LA Clippers, Jack. Finally getting their own building since forever. It's crazy, Jack.
I didn't know they were the third tenant in there.
Yeah.
The Lakers want the late game. They go the afternoon. And the Kings, I did not know that till recently.
I didn't either.
That thing they building?
$2 billion stadium.
Yo, smoking lounge in there, I heard.
Did you hear about the wall that they're talking about putting in there, Jack?
Heard they got fish in the floor.
Fish in the floor.
You fried, sauteed, fried. You get right at Bomber frying the fish at the game.
Fried, dyed, laid to the side, biscuits and gravy. I ain't too lazy.
Yo, I was looking That looked like a spaceship.
Yeah.
And he got the cash too, so that thing gonna have everything in it.
And apparently with this wall that they're building, apparently it's, I guess, fans, it's for the fans. Fans can pay like a certain amount of money to be on the wall for like a year. And like there's some crazy type of restrictions, like you can't cheer for you can't wear another team's jersey, you can't do this, you can't do that. So they're making it real interesting in LA, Jack. And with them giving Kawhi's that money, Kawhi getting that check, and they say that they're going to try to pay Paul George this summer, and going to try to keep your boy Harden.
Yeah, man.
They're building something special in LA, man.
Yeah, they're gonna have to. They're gonna have to have those names to get people to come to that building.
Right.
They're guaranteed to come to the. Even when last night the Lakers was playing the Clippers, that's a Laker game.
Yeah.
Like, you hear that crowd? It's like the Knicks in the Brooklyn. No matter where it's a Knick crowd.
It's a Knick crowd.
Them getting their own building, maybe they can really get a home court advantage for once.
Yeah, man, that is going to be incredible, man. So some big things. What they're building it in Inglewood.
Yeah, and listen, and the NBA so smart. They throwing the All-Star game there the following year.
2026 All-Star game.
That's the one. We're gonna be there for that one.
That is incredible, man.
That's the one. We're taking the show on the road in 26.
So that building is due to open next year, right?
Yep,
24, 25, and then 26 is when the All-Star game is coming.
Yeah, and you ain't got that joint is so crazy. You can have everything at that facility.
Right.
Yeah. Shout out
to
them.
Shout out to the Clippers,
man. Harden said he want to retire there too.
He wants to retire everywhere. He's gonna go to a Y League and he's gonna want to retire there.
I heard that story before.
I want to retire from the blue team. That's what he's gonna say.
Skins, I'm retiring from the Skins.
All right, Jack. It's time for one of your favorite segments. Don't sleep, Jack. Who we not sleeping on this week, Jack?
Don't sleep on the Cavs. I don't know how those guys, without Darius Garland and Evan Mobley, they're on that 8-game win streak. Sneaky Donovan Mitchell having a great quiet season. The coaching, and we was on here a lot of times talking about the potential of that team.
Right.
They get that thing together. Right. They're going to be dangerous. Look like they're silently doing it. They're not getting a lot of the press like the Knicks is getting and the Sixers, but they're on an 8-game winning streak. Keep your eyes on Donovan Mitchell. I always love Jared Allen. Always say if the Brooklyn would have kept him and Karis LeVert instead of getting Harden, we may be talking about a whole different story. KD and them may still be there. Those guys were essential to the team. We see them doing the same thing with the Cavaliers. Bickerstaff got them boys hooping. 8-game win streak. I think they're playing tonight. So don't sleep on those Cavs. Don't keep your eyes on them. That's the team. They're gonna be healthy because Garland gonna be coming back from the broken jaw. I think Mobley coming back from the knee. They're gonna be ready and getting and fine tuning that thing by the playoffs. You don't want to see them when you the second seed and they mess around. Or you like the third seed, and they the sixth.
Right.
No easy series in the East no more.
No. And we've always talked about Spider, possibly on the trade market, but it's crazy that they're on this win streak. And from what I'm seeing, a lot of this is why Garland is out, though. A lot of people are saying that Spider Mitchell and Garland or may not be as cohesive as a unit that we thought they might have been. So maybe Spider is not on the go this summer, and maybe Garland is.
Ooh, remember when you heard it first. And listen, he's a former All-Star.
Yeah.
He's a nice pickup for somebody, buddy. So
he is.
Cavs, man, they don't get all the national games, but don't be sleeping.
Well, listen, I tell you somebody that is sleeping on the Cavs. Our boy Tristan Thompson.
Yo, that's a hell of a transition right there. Yo, he up there taking all this medicine and ain't even playing.
Listen,
illegal drugs.
I had to Google what he got suspended for. I said, "What is that? What are those two drugs?
What is that?"
I don't know any dealers that have those drugs. Like, where do you get that?
I wrote a story about it on BT today. I was like, yo, you're a bench player.
You're not even playing.
You taking muscle relaxers. They said the USDA was like, yo, these are a no-go. How did he get them? You know, he's from Canada. Maybe we got him up there. I was like,
just bored trying stuff.
When I said,
what is that one?
What is that one? Here you go.
Listen, I couldn't believe it, Jack.
I thought 25 games. I said, oh, yeah, he must have smacked somebody up, had pulled a jaw. No, it's for pills.
Listen, 25 games with no pay, Jack.
No
He's not getting paid that much.
Man, when Khloe Kardashian heard that, they done ran about 8 more episodes.
Listen, Jack, I was going to attempt to say some of the drugs, the 2 drugs. I said, man, I can't pronounce those drugs. Man, I ain't even going to play myself.
Buddy. Like, what are you doing? And the Cavs was like, they're disappointed. And they was like, if it was somebody else, they'd try to fight. He's the 12th guy on the team. How you going to be a 12th man on the team getting a 25-game suspension?
Like, what were you preparing for? Like, what are we doing?
Yo, he must be doing this thing in practice.
Yo, playing incredible in practice.
Yeah, I forgot all about that. That was a segue and a half right there. You know,
my goodness,
he sleep at the wheel.
Listen, man, let's move on from him and let's talk about our boy KD, Jack. Is KD in the GOAT conversation, Jack? I don't think I've ever thought about it until it's been a topic this week trending. KD says that why not? Why am I not in that conversation? What do you think, Jack?
Here's what's funny. If you got to throw yourself in it, you ain't in it. You got to let them do. You got to let us do that. I don't know. And he's got and Kendrick Perkins was talking today, and he said in his eyes you got to have at least 3 MVPs in addition to your championships. I said that may be I said, but then there was like bounces out because Kobe only got 1.
Right.
It's insane.
Right.
Shaq
only has 1.
Which is insane.
Right.
So you can't go by that. But I just think he's always going to take hits for going to Golden State.
That's tough, man.
And that's a tough. But here's what's funny. Curry and John Hamilton, shout out to you. He used to always tell me Curry was the guy on the team. I was like, nah, that's KD's team. Till I saw them beat Boston. I said, yo, that now he is closer in that conversation to me.
He's higher on the GOAT conversation than KD is.
I got Durant, maybe top 15, but
that's tough.
I got Curry in the 10.
And that's tough, man. I mean, and for talent-wise, I think he's top 7, top 6.
Man, scoring?
Yeah, talent-wise, but
efficiency, that dude can get 30 with 10 shots.
But this is the thing, Jack. What did he? And I was arguing. Shout out to B-Dub. He hung up on me the other day. We was arguing about this so bad. We were talking about, yeah. We, I didn't
know he was a Durant guy like that.
Now he listen. We get into heated arguments like that. He hung up on me. He's gonna laugh when he sees this. He hung up on. He said, and that's all I'm gonna say. And he hit the back. But we were talking about it. Listen, and OKC, he blamed the supporting cast for not getting it done in OKC.
2 All-Stars and Serge Ibaka.
And the great Kendrick Perkins.
What are they up? Up 3-1 on Golden State.
Listen,
it was you
can't and everybody will love to say, well, LeBron went to Miami. Miami did not beat him the year before, up 3-1.
Miami, if you do your research, they sucked that year. That's
yes.
why they try to get those free agents.
And then KD, he goes to Brooklyn, and they had an incredible team. I mean, horrible coach. Steve Nash didn't understand.
That's what I
didn't understand that signing.
He lasted longer than Adrian
Griffin.
Griffin. Yeah, I'm like, but so KD really, but he's the type to say he doesn't care about that stuff now.
What do we say, Jack? If you say you don't care,
You care, man.
You clearly care. Only people that care say, I don't care.
Do you think a championship, if he say he wins this year, I think he gets up there.
Yeah.
That'll jolt him. But man, I don't know if you're gonna put him like I don't think of him like I think of how great Tim Duncan is.
Shaq.
I don't Hakeem.
No.
You think of even the OGs, like man, you can't like you think KD is in that conversation with a Kareem, with a Jordan, with a and people, you know, I know they get the razzle, they love his skill, how he scores,
right?
But he has a game. He doesn't have the game to uplift when you down and out. See, that's why I'm a LeBron guy. That guy, we saw him. You know what? This one I know LeBron was in that GOAT conversation. 2018 season. I don't know how he got that team to the finals with that squad of after Kyrie left.
Well, Kyrie broke his kneecap or something, right?
No. The one when he went to Boston. Remember?
Oh,
got him.
Yeah.
And if you put KD on that team, they don't do anything.
They don't. They may make the playoffs, but they're an 8 seed.
LeBron took. I don't know how he got them to the finals. J.R. Smith.
Yeah.
So KD, I think he's an elite scorer, but I don't think him as an old timer. Listen, he's going top 20.
Yeah.
Top 15, maybe 12-ish, depending on who you talk to.
Right.
But the GOAT, only, you know, the GOAT conversation, the majority, they're going to tell you it's either Jordan, Kareem, or LeBron.
You're going to get some votes for Kobe.
Yeah,
you'll get some votes for Kobe. You may get some votes for Magic. You'll get some votes for Bird. But that's about it.
And Bird is losing because I had to get Bird out of there for Curry. And I'm a Bird guy. Oh,
yeah, I am too.
I love him. I love him.
Bird was a cold white boy, Jack, and he talked trash, Jack.
Don't you look at those highlights? Because a lot of them on the Sixers. He's killing.
Listen, he said, "Listen, I'm gonna play with my left hand. I'm gonna save my right hand." Oh my God!
I'm gonna get the ball right here.
Crazy.
You know you mad? How you mad? You all athletic. You Dominique Wilkins, and you can't stop Bird. He talking. Oh my God! That's why Doc had to. That's why Doc and Moses and Barkley had to jump on him that day.
Had to sucker punch him.
Doc lost his cool. Yeah, man. But that's an interesting conversation, man.
Yeah, man. But I think until he wins another one, we're going to keep him on the outside of that GOAT conversation. Now, if it's a conversation about the greatest scorers, Durant's at the top of the list.
Yeah, man. And here's what we want y'all to do, y'all Durant lovers. You got to put your arguments, B-Dub, in the comment section. I need to know why. You can't be blaming what's his name? Westbrook.
Yeah. So we need to hear from you guys. Let us know why or why not he belongs in the GOAT conversation.
Yeah, yes, sir.
So Jack, we I guess 2 weeks ago now we started a new segment.
Oh boy,
For Real or Fugazi, Jack.
I got a couple. He's trying to get me canceled.
I got a couple. Now we're gonna keep it all Sixers this week, Jack. We're gonna keep it all Sixers related.
I love it.
For Real or Fugazi. So when I went to the game last week when they played the Joker after he dominated the Joker, he whispered in the Joker's ear, and the commentator asked him, or the reporter asked him what he said, and he said he told Joker that he's the best player in the NBA. So Joel's saying the Joker is the best player in the NBA. Is that for real, or is that Fugazi, Jack?
Fugazi. Oh, he knows how to play the game better now. You know, back you 2 years ago, he'd have been like, "I'm the best." He had learned the lessons of how to flip on the media. Nobody thinks more highly of themselves than Joel Embiid. It's no way in hell he told Joker in his ear, "You're the best player in the league." And if he did, it's all game.
After he just gave him 40.
Yeah,
40
Joker probably is the best. You know, he won the chip. You know, he won the playoff MVP, but Joel saying that, I don't buy it. Fugazi.
All Fugazi. I'm with you, Jack. So let's move on from move on from Joel to Maxey. So for Real or Fugazi, Maxey is ready to be a superstar. Not a star, a superstar. For Real or Fugazi, Jack?
I say for real. I think he I don't know when he takes that leap, but watching him live, what did he look like when you saw him live?
Incredible.
Look at people
He's the
stuck in
fastest
mud.
player. He's the fastest player on the court.
It's unbelievable. I don't think I ever last game. Now he wasn't getting in. We caught a game or two last year. Nah, that was Harden. So he wasn't a focus.
Yeah.
When I'm watching him on TV, he looks like he's on another speed level. He looks like Sonic, and everybody else looks like the guy who's trying to trap Sonic. I don't know that,
right?
But I know Sonic be rolling, and he's so fast with that ball, man. And he's just about 21, 22?
Yeah, I think like 22, man. He's a young guy, man. And you figure I think Joel Embiid is only 29. Oh, so you figure those guys got some good years together, man. So,
yeah. And you know what about Embiid? Because he doesn't play a real athletic game, even if he gets some injuries, God forbid, he still can give you a lot of time,
right?
Because he'll be a stretch four,
yeah.
He's 20-footers,
right?
Yeah,
right.
Man.
I got one more for you, Jack. For real,
yes, sir.
Fugazi. The Sixers can win a championship with this current team. For real or Fugazi, Jack?
This current team.
That's a good one.
I'm going to say for real. They can is different because they match up with they'll house the Clippers.
Yeah, we talked about that.
So that size, they'll because ain't none of them can chase Maxey.
Right.
Paul George, they try to chase Maxey in the series.
Right.
Now, but Denver, that matchup, that's the matchup. Well, first, the East is so hard. But I think this team, even if they don't change anything, they're constructed well enough because people forget. You know who was the jewel of the trade? Batum. Oh, he's a great glue guy.
Listen, when we went to go see that game, he's guarding Murray full court.
Murray, he's guarding him. He's 6'10" himself. Covington, we got Covington. When I saw those, and you need those kind of tall wing guys for when you go play Brown and when you go play Tatum. I always said that last year. That's where the Sixers shortcoming because Harden was short, Maxey's short. House is short. So now they got all those wing guys.
Yeah,
with
man.
Your boy Toby. So I think they and Toby's been playing great as the. It's funny, man. When you go from when you get involved in the offense, how much your game changes.
Yeah, man.
He wasn't a spot up guy with Harden.
Right.
So he makes a difference now because he can run with Maxey. I think they can do it with this team. Even would I love an upgrade? Would you love to see what's his name? I can't even say it. DeJounte Murray.
Oh yeah, man. So
I would love to see him at the 2 and Maxey at the 1.
Be incredible, Jack. We shall see.
Who they got to give up? I don't want them to give up. See, and I'm a big chemistry guy, man. So
yeah, we'll see, Jack. We have to keep watching, man. So our last one for the night is my favorite segment.
Tell me, sir.
That's a fact, Jack. Stat of the week, Jack. That is a fact, Jack. So with all the scoring that we've been talking about, Jack, I wanted to know what is the highest scoring NBA game ever, Jack. So I had to do my homework, Jack. March 2nd.
86.
1962.
What?
1962. Woo! So
at the Wilt game?
This is a Wilt game. This is a Wilt game, Jack.
I thought they was scored 101 points that game.
So the game was 169 to 147.
Regulation,
Jack.
In the 60s. With no threes. I didn't score that with no threes.
Yeah, Jack. So that this is the game that we talked about with 81 and with 81 and 70 and now 64 with Cat. This is the game that Wilt had the 100 points, Jack. It's crazy that we don't have any footage of that game, Jack.
That's unbelievable. I heard a radio call
over the Knicks of all teams. Like
you would think they would have some media there.
Nothing, Jack.
And it was in Hershey, right?
Listen, so a lot of people are saying that like it's almost as if it didn't happen, Jack. Like all we have is the footage of the and now everybody does it, Jack.
Yes,
Everybody does it. So that's
they had a lot of
that's
points,
an easy one, but a fitting one. That's a fact Jack stat of the week.
They was we think all those cats were slow. They must have been moving. And I read a stat somewhere that said like in the 80s, the play was so much faster.
Yeah.
And that's how they were scoring. You look at some of them scores back then. How was they scoring? They wasn't even shooting threes like that.
Oh, they was flying up and down the court, Jack.
Showtime Lakers. Showtime running.
Man. Right. So we made it through episode 12, Jack.
Yes, man. And we're back for
some shout outs, Jack.
Yes.
Listen, I'm going to shout out. I went to the Coastal game the other day. As I said, I ran into Josh Kranz and Lamar Brickus. Oh, as I saw Lamar, he said, "That's a fact, Jack." So, shout out to Lamar Brickus and shout out to Josh. Josh makes these great Coatesville tees, man. Shout out to the Coatesville legends. All the legends on the t-shirt. Who you shouting out this week, Jack?
I need to be on that shirt just for dudes who was talking the most from the stands. They need to create a shirt with the dudes who talk from the stands. I know I made that shirt. I was on the road. We was at all the games on the road.
Nobody tell me about it.
Like us when we was in high school. But,
tell me about it.
I got to give Shaq a shout out for shouting me out. Y'all remind me of that. And shout out to I had it. I forget. I'll have it next time. It must have been a lie. But you
must have been a lie.
That's old school.
12, Jack.
Yeah, man. But we are, even though we missed last week, our first one, when we came back, and so shout out to us because we always said if we miss one week, we'll never do it again.
Yeah, man. We right back at it. Right back at y'all next week.
Jump right back on the horse. And shout out to Brandi for trying to work it. The technical problems we were trying to work it out for y'all, just didn't work out. We're glad to be back. Yeah, man. So shout out to the audience for y'all comments saying that's a fact. That's a fact, Jack stat of the week when you see the man. We appreciate y'all.
Listen, we out of here, Jack. Leave him with something good. Say something smart, Jack.
How now, brown cow? Follow us at the Groveness. Make sure to subscribe. We're going to put the archives up on Spotify and Amazon Music. Make sure y'all check us out. Follow us at Politics Talk, Politics Usual Talk, and we'll catch you when we catch you.
Gang. Yeah. Still. You know what's going on? Yeah. It's still politics as usual. Life looking beautiful. Talking real heavy, more heavy than the usual. Shook the whole world up, and type of motion new to you. So it's just a throwback. Losing, we don't know that. Only give them our facts. That's exact what y'all let. Always